London, a city steeped in history, a city teeming with life. But beneath its vibrant facade lies a heart of darkness. Hidden in its ancient streets is a house whispered about in hushed tones, a house where fear reigns. This is no ordinary house. This is London's most haunted house. Its walls hold secrets, secrets of tragedy, of despair, of unspeakable horror. For years people have dared to enter. Few have returned. Tonight, I join their ranks. Tonight, I walk into the abyss. The air crackles with anticipation. A shiver runs down my spine. The house looms before me, a monolith of darkness. Is it my imagination, or does it almost seem to pulsate? A low groan echoes from within, sending chills through me. Fear, raw and primal, claws at my throat. My heart pounds against my ribs. Can I do this? Do I dare to cross the threshold into the unknown? I take a deep breath, steel myself. There's no turning back now. I reach for the doorknob. Cold, hard, unforgiving. I step inside. Why are we so drawn to haunted houses? Why do we subject ourselves to the fear, the uncertainty? Is it the adrenaline rush, the thrill of the unknown? Perhaps it's something deeper, something primal. Haunted houses tap into our deepest fears. They represent the unknown, the things that go bump in the night. They are a physical manifestation of our nightmares. From childhood ghost stories to Hollywood horror films, we've been conditioned to fear these places. The creaking stairs, the flickering lights, the sudden cold spots, these are the tropes that send shivers down our spine. But there's also a strange allure to it all, a curiosity that whispers, what if? What if these stories are true? What if the supernatural is real? One of the most common fears associated with haunted houses is the fear of being trapped. The idea of being unable to escape, of being at the mercy of unseen forces, is enough to send shivers down the bravest soul. Imagine being lost in a labyrinthine corridor, each turn leading to another dead end. The air grows thick with dread. Every shadow seems to writhe and twist. You can hear the whispers, the moans, the disembodied laughter echoing through the halls. But you can't see anyone, or anything, not yet. The fear is a living, breathing entity, wrapping its icy fingers around your throat, squeezing the air from your lungs. You are no longer in control. And then there are the whispers. Soft, insidious voices that slither into your mind, playing tricks on your senses. They taunt you with your deepest fears, your darkest secrets. They might tell you to turn back, to run while you still can, or they might lure you deeper into the darkness, promising to reveal the secrets of the house. But can you trust them? Can you trust anything in this place where reality itself seems to bend and distort? The whispers are relentless, chipping away at your sanity, your resolve. They are the voice of the house itself, and they are hungry. London, a city built on layers of history. And like the layers of earth beneath its streets, each layer holds its secrets, its ghosts. They linger in the shadows, remnants of lives lived and lost. This house, however, is different. It's not merely haunted. It's a vortex, a swirling mass of energy, fueled by centuries of pain and suffering. It draws the lost and the tormented, offering them a twisted kind of solace. Or perhaps a prison. They say the city itself bleeds into this house, that the very bricks and mortar are infused with the echoes of every scream, every whisper, every desperate plea uttered within its walls. And tonight, I am surrounded by those echoes. Each room in this house has a story to tell, a tapestry woven from tragedy and despair. The air is thick with it, heavy with the weight of countless tears and unspoken words. I run my hand along a wall, its surface cold and rough beneath my fingertips. I can almost feel the vibrations, the energy that seems to pulsate from the very core of the house. It's as if the walls themselves are screaming. They tell of love lost, of lives cut short, of betrayals that echoed through the ages. Each room a different chapter in a macabre and unending story. And I, the willing reader, am about to delve deeper into its pages. There's a palpable shift in the atmosphere as we ascend the stairs. The air grows colder, heavier. A sense of foreboding washes over me, sending a fresh wave of fear crawling up my spine. The attic, even the word itself sends shivers down my spine. It's always the attic, isn't it? The place where secrets are hidden, where darkness reigns. This attic, I can feel, holds something different, something ancient and malevolent. An entity that has claimed this space as its own, feeding on the energy of the house and those foolish enough to enter. It knows I'm here. The air is thick with whispers. They seem to emanate from the very walls themselves, slithering into my ears, burrowing their way into my mind. These are not the sorrowful whispers of the lost souls that inhabit the lower levels. These are different, darker, more insidious. They whisper of things I cannot comprehend, of rituals performed, of sacrifices made. They speak of a power that lies dormant within these walls, waiting to be unleashed. I try to block them out, but the whispers grow louder, more insistent. They are driving me to the edge of madness, teasing me with glimpses of things I was never meant to see. I can feel my sanity slipping, my grip on reality loosening. I have to get out. The attic door slams shut behind us, the sound echoing through the house like a death knell. Panic surges through me. We're trapped. I turn, frantically searching for another way out, but there's nothing, just the single heavy door, now sealed tight. "Don't worry, my cameraman," Mark says, his voice surprisingly calm. "It's just the wind." He steps closer to the door, giving it a reassuring pat. His words do little to calm my nerves. The air in here is different, thick, almost suffocating, and there's a strange, sweet scent hanging in the air, like decaying flowers. "Let's start in the nursery," I say, my voice barely a whisper. I need to focus on something, anything to distract myself from the growing sense of unease. The nursery is a small room, tucked away at the back of the attic. A single window, boarded up from the outside, casts the room in perpetual shadow. Dust motes dance in the faint light filtering in from the hallway. A rocking horse stands in the corner, its once bright paint now faded and peeling. A child's doll lies discarded on the floor, its porcelain face cracked and its eyes staring blankly ahead. I can almost feel the presence of the children who once played here, their laughter echoing through the years. "There's a lot of energy in here," Mark whispers, setting up the camera equipment. I'm picking up on something, a sadness, a longing. As he adjusts the microphone, I notice a small wooden table in the center of the room. 3 chairs are pulled up around it as if frozen in time. On the table sits a crystal ball, its surface cloudy and dull. "This looks like a séance room," I say, a shiver crawling down my spine. "Do you think someone tried to contact the spirits here?" We leave the oppressive atmosphere of the nursery and move towards the opposite end of the attic, drawn by an almost magnetic pull. The air grows noticeably colder as we approach a large, imposing door. "This feels different," Mark says, his voice hushed. "There's a weight here, a darkness." I reach for the doorknob, hesitant. It's cold to the touch, sending a jolt through me. I brace myself and push the door open. The master bedroom is a stark contrast to the rest of the attic. Where the other rooms were filled with the remnants of forgotten lives, this room is strangely bare. A grand four-poster bed dominates the space, its heavy velvet curtains drawn shut. A single flickering candle casts eerie shadows on the wall. I can almost feel the despair that clings to this room, suffocating the air. It's as if the very walls themselves are weeping. "Something happened here," I say, my voice barely a whisper. "Something terrible." I notice a small silver locket lying on the floor. I bend down to pick it up, my fingers trembling. It's cold to the touch. "Forever yours, E and J, E and J," I whisper. Suddenly the candle flickers and dies. A wave of icy air washes over me. "We need to leave," Mark says. "Something is here with us." The darkness is absolute. I can't see my hand in front of my face. The air is thick and heavy, pressing down on me, suffocating me. Panic claws at the edges of my mind, threatening to consume me. "Mark?" I whisper, my voice trembling. "Mark, where are you?" Silence. Only the sound of my own ragged breathing breaks the stillness. "Mark, say something!" My voice cracks under the strain. I reach out blindly, my fingers brushing against something cold and hard. Wood, the bedpost. I'm still in the master bedroom. We're trapped. "We have to get out of here," I mutter to myself, my words lost in the suffocating darkness. But which way is out? I can't remember, I can't think. The darkness is pressing in on me, squeezing the air from my lungs. A soft whisper cuts through the darkness, sending chills down my spine. "It's close, too close. You can't hide from me," it hisses. The voice is cold, raspy, filled with an ancient malice that sends shivers down my spine. I spin around, trying to locate the source of the voice, but the darkness holds me captive. I'm helpless, a puppet dancing on the strings of fear. Something brushes against my cheek, light as a feather, yet sending a surge of terror through me. It's cold, deathly cold, like the touch of a corpse. I recoil, my heart pounding against my ribs. I can feel its presence now, surrounding me, toying with me. It knows my fear, it feeds on it. I have to get out of here, now. Adrenaline surges through me, banishing the paralysis of fear. I stumble back, my hands outstretched until I collide with something solid. The wall, the doorknob. I have to find the doorknob. My fingers scrabble against the rough surface of the wall, desperate, frantic. Each second that passes stretches out into an eternity, the silence broken only by the pounding of my own heart. My fingers close around something cold and metallic. The doorknob. I twist it, but it's locked. Of course it's locked. Panic threatens to overwhelm me again. I'm trapped. There's no escape. "Help me!" I scream, my voice hoarse and raw. "Someone, please, help me!" But my words are swallowed by the darkness. I'm alone. I burst through the old oak door, gasping for breath, my lungs burning. The cool night air washes over me, a welcome relief from the oppressive atmosphere of the house. I stumble back, putting as much distance between me and the looming structure as possible. My heart pounds against my ribs, a frantic rhythm that mirrors the chaos still swirling within me. Mark is right behind me, his face ashen, his camera bag slipping from his grasp. We collapse onto the pavement, our backs against the cold stone wall that borders the property. Neither of us speaks. Words are not needed to convey the terror that still clings to us, a tangible presence in the stillness of the night. The events of that night are etched into my memory. A chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks at the edges of our reality. We captured disturbing footage, unexplainable sounds, flickering lights, and a shadowy figure that vanished. But the true horror lies in what we felt, the oppressive atmosphere, the bone-chilling cold, the sense of being watched. These things linger long after the cameras are off. I am left with more questions than answers. What draws us to these haunted places even as we fear them? Is it the thrill of the unknown or a yearning to connect with something beyond? Perhaps some questions are meant to be experienced, not answered.